What's up, everybody? It's Jordan, and welcome to the Sports Dude Hines Show. And in this video, I want to be continuing my series of doing some Cincinnati Bengals 2021 schedule, doing some Madden simulations. My last video was of the Week 5 matchup against the Green Bay Packers. They actually suffered their first loss in the season. This is their Week 6 game against the Detroit Lions. So heading into this Week 6 game, the Bengals are 4-1. They started off 4-0. And with their loss to the Green Bay, their last game, they're 4-1. So let's going to get started here with this Bengals and Detroit Lions Madden sim. So Detroit gets the ball to start off. They take the kickoff to about the 30-yard line, but there's a flag on the play. It's a holding call on Detroit. We'll back them up at the 21-yard line. That's when they will start their drive, the 1st and 10 Lions. So 1st and 10 here for Detroit. Something interesting, they have a new quarterback starting for them, Jared Goff, with, a wide open target down the field there, just unable to connect, not accurate on the play. And we'll make it the 2nd and 10 for Detroit. That Jared Goff trade, him coming to Detroit, Stafford coming to the Rams, that was a very shocking trade. I feel like, in a way, that will benefit both teams, honestly. The Lions get some draft capital for a rebuilding team, and the Rams get a starting quarterback who's capable of taking them to the Super Bowl. DeAndre Swift with a very, very nice run there. Pick up a 14, makes him 1st and 10 Detroit. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like this video and subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it. Just had a really, really nice episode earlier today with Theodore Tenzoff. We talked about a little bit, about the Josh Allen extension, what's next for Lamar Jackson and Baker Mayfield, some wrestling releases in the WWE, Zach Wilson's early struggles with the Jets, and much more. Nice stop there on the Bengals defense. Makes that 2nd and 8 Detroit. Second and 8 here. Detroit at their own 37 and shotgun. Goff has all day to throw. Very, very clean pocket. Finds an open target on the play for a 1st down. Goff's first completion of the game for a pickup of 16 yards. First and 10, Detroit at the Cincinnati 47 with under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Goff has a clean pocket again and finds another wide open target on the play. That pickup with a gain of 20 yards. Reception made by DeAndre Swift. There's been lots of talks and, rumblings and everything about the Bengals training camp and Burrow, struggling a little bit. And, it was announced, I believe yesterday, that Burrow will not be playing in any of the preseason, at least this week's preseason game against the Buccaneers. To me, I have no issue with Burrow not playing. I think that's honestly in the Bengals' best interest. The struggles with Burrow, to me, doesn't come as a shock. And you kind of got to keep in mind, training camp, That's always a week where there's so many, storylines that are really blown out of proportion. I know Burrow struggled, but then, you watch Fox Sports 1 or ESPN. Oh, should the Bengals be worried about Joe Burrow's struggles? Look at the Cowboys, for example. Dak Prescott had a horrific season-ending injury last season, similar to Joe Burrow's. And now all of a sudden, people act like Prescott's a top 5 or top 8 quarterback. Well, now we're talking about Burrow, who's already better than Baker Mayfield, struggling 1 or 2 days in training camp, talking about should the Bengals be worried. It's really just the typical stuff you hear on ESPN and different things like that. The only way they'll ever talk about us if it's in a negative way. Detroit is just unable to pick up the third down conversion there. Makes it 4th and 1. If you have any questions or anything like that, make sure to comment them. I will try ask them. I'll try my best to answer. Make sure if you're just tuning in and if you're new to the channel, make sure to like this video and subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it. Might be doing a giveaway here soon, especially with the NFL season coming up. There I said Penei Sewell, who got injured on that play. That was a very, very, very touchy subject. Draft time. Chase Sewell, that's a whole other thing. People have complained about, Burrow is struggling 1 or 2 days. Oh, that's why the Bengals should have took an offensive lineman early. Our offensive line is not great by any means, but I feel like it's better than people give them credit for. It's not great. It's not horrible. It's around average. So 1st and 10 Bengals here. Going to start at their own 22-yard line. Burrow steps back, has a clean pocket, finds T. Higgins in the play for 12 yards. Really nice play there. First and 10 Bengals, their own 34. Mixon takes the handoff, gets a nice carry there for a pickup about 11 yards in the play. A minute here to go in the first quarter. The Bengals march down the field here. Burrow has a scrambles, finds Jamar Chase on the play with a very, very difficult play there. Enough for the first down. Makes it go. We go into Lions territory. Chase in motion actually takes the end around carry on the play, picks up 1 yard, says there, but makes it 2nd and 10. Like I was saying, if you're new to the channel, make sure to like this video and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It's going to be lots of content coming in the next week or so. Like I said, I had a live episode earlier today. I have some NFL record predictions for each team going on. I posted the Cowboys one earlier today. Boyd picks up a reception of 5 yards in that play. Tomorrow I have former Brown, Bears, Bengals quarterback, Redskins, Jason Campbell joining the show. We're going to be talking about the Redskins season, the Auburn season as well. So make sure to tune into that. And Wednesday, let's see here. Wednesday, Cincinnati Bengals pod. He has his own, podcast. He's on Instagram and Twitter and everything like that. Wednesday, we're supposed to be having a Bengals episode. We're going to be talking about, pretty much all things Bengals. We're talking about some players to keep in mind and look at as we go into, the first game of the preseason this week against the Buccaneers. Also going to kind of be talking about maybe what to expect from the Bengals this season. Not necessarily, picks for each game, like a season prediction. That should be coming out once the preseason ends. That's probably when I'll be doing a Bengals, what to expect, season predictions and everything like that. Because with my videos, I always try to make them accurate as possible. I don't really feel like they're as accurate when people do MVP awards and everything like that before the preseason even starts. Some great plays here by the Bengals. We're already at the first and goal here at the Detroit two-yard line. Excuse me. And also Thursday, there's going to be an episode 2 with Tony Tucker of the Warzone Sports Network. So live episodes, there was one today, there's one tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday. That's not including these type of videos and NFL prediction videos. As you see there, Mixon gets a rushing touchdown. The Bengals now lead 6-3 over Detroit. Extra point is good, makes it 7-3 Bengals. So Bengals get ready for the kickoff here, leading 7-3 against Detroit. I feel like this game is going to be a much more high-scoring game. The Lions have a nice young offensive line, but they have a couple of nice players on defense, like Jeffrey Okudah and some other nice guys as well. And they drafted some top defensive tackles in the day 2 picks. But 3 minutes before halftime, we're going to be scoring more than just 7 points against Detroit. And, heading into this game here with this Madden simulation, we're actually 4-1, which is very good considering, our schedule. We play the Vikings, which is not an easy win. Lots of people think it is. It's not. The Vikings are arguably the most underrated team this season. Not being biased, I know lots of Bengal fans would say us, but I think we're definitely up there. But I feel like the Vikings have that spot at number 1. And, we play at the Bears, we play at the Steelers, which even though the Steelers are going to be down this season, it's always very difficult to play and come up with a victory in Pittsburgh. Let's see here. We play, like I was mentioning, we already played the Packers, that was a loss. And the week before that was a Thursday night game against the Jaguars, pull off a victory there. So we're able to go 4-1 with that schedule. That's very, very, very good. And especially, we need to have a really early start. We need to get as many wins as possible earlier into the season, because our last 3 games are very, very difficult. I mean, we play the Chiefs, the Browns, and the Ravens. Are we win 1? That's good. Not sure what that said field goal there when it was 1st and 10. 2nd and 10 here. 2nd and 10 here now for Detroit at the Cincinnati 43-yard line. Goff has all day to throw, clean pocket, finds a receiver on the play and gets, it looks like, just enough for a first down, or 3rd and inches. So 3rd and inches here for Detroit at the Cincinnati 33-yard line with about 1.5 minutes to go here left in the second quarter. Screen, broken tackle there. That was really nice play by DeAndre Swift to be able to break that tackle. Should have been a loss of 2. He gets a pickup of 18. Very, very nice play there. I know lots of people are very upset. Looking at the depth chart as of right now, Michael Jordan is expected to start at right guard. To make that just makes no sense. You reach for a guy like Jackson Carman, and he's not on the depth chart starting over Michael Jordan. If it wasn't for him, Joe Burrow wouldn't be injured. But at the same time, we're looking at this way too early in a way as well. It's kind of going back to what I said. Training camp can be very, blown out of proportion. Just because Jackson Carman is currently not starting on the depth chart does not mean he will not be starting week 1 when we host the Vikings. Touchdown there for Detroit. They now take the lead 9-7. Had Matt Patricia there as their head coach. He is no longer their coach there, being, I don't even know how to describe it, very, very underachieving, horrible. Should have been a lot better than he actually was with Detroit. I really don't think anybody expected him to be that bad with the Really, really sorry about that. I don't even know what just happened. My power just randomly turned off for no apparent reason. We're just trying to get this back up here. So kind of talking about, like I was saying with Michael Jordan before, power randomly just went off. Scrub Nation, asked what happened. Yeah, my power just went off. I don't even know how or why or nothing. It's not even storming here or anything. It stormed here like half an hour ago, and it quit like half an hour ago. So sorry about all that. Let me just 1 second here. This is pretty crappy. As I was saying about Michael Jordan, I feel like it's a little too early to be complaining about that. Realistically, I don't see him being a starter or anything like that. Just 1 second. I think I almost got it here. Sorry about this wait. This really, really sucks. Just tuning in, my power just went out. Do not know why. Trying to get the stream back up on here. But if you're new to the channel, make sure to like this video and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Let me just 1 second here. Crap. All right, that should be good. And we'll start playing again here. The Lions scored a touchdown from DeAndre Swift, makes that 9-7 with the extra point. It is now 10-7, Detroit, with 52 seconds to go before halftime. So that was like 5-10 minutes of just basically absolutely silence. I would have tried to start a recording and get on and at least say what was happening on my phone, but my phone just died like 10 minutes ago, literally right before my power went out. So I had no way of saying what happened or anything like that. Lions kick off to Cincinnati. They'll just actually let to take it out. They take it up to about the 26-yard line. That's where they'll start their drive up for halftime. If you're just tuning in, like I was saying, my power was out for a few minutes. Finally got it back on. Don't know why it turned off, but if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and like this video. I would really, really appreciate it. Like I was kind of saying earlier, there's lots and lots of content coming out this week. Did the episode earlier today with somebody. Been doing some NFL prediction videos for each team. Tomorrow, Jason Campbell, former Bengal quarterback and Browns quarterback, will be on the show. Be talking about, different stuff, like Washington's, season, Auburn season, everything like that. A little bit about his playing days. Might be talking about, something very interesting. I've got to do some interviews. And one particular question that really stands out to me is, honestly, Jason Campbell, when I was like really little, like 6 or 7, he was one of my favorite players. And while asking him if there was ever a moment where he considered coming out of retirement, he actually said that the Bengals tried to convince him to come out of retirement in 2015 once, Andy Dalton got hurt and everything. He was done for the year. I thought that was very, very interesting. I've never even heard that story before up until he said it on my show last year. Then Wednesday, Cincinnati Bengals Pie is supposed to be on the show talking about all things Bengals. And Thursday, we have Tony Tucker supposed to be joining me. Lots of stuff, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of it. Bengals marching right down the field here. A nice reception made by Drew Sample. Joe Burrow has looked absolutely phenomenal in this game. He is 8 of 8 for 88 yards. Can't get better than that. Bengals let use their final timeout of the half with just 21 seconds to go before halftime on the Detroit 43. try to get at least a field goal here. Nothing else. If we can't get a TD. That was very, very just poor decision by Burrow. Poor play design. That makes it his first incompletion of the game. Makes it 2nd and 10. Kind of mentioned briefly, Penei Sewell being with the Lions. That was a very touchy subject towards the draft, and lots of people wanted Sewell, lots of people wanted Chase. Burrow scrambles here, tries to pick up the first down, and he does, but crap. That's not only would he have not have stopped the clock, even if it did, it was a fumble recovered by Detroit. Not what you want to see there at all. The scramble was great, just the fact that he basically ran towards like 8 Detroit defenders is not the best idea to do. But with Sewell and Chase, it's like everybody either wanted Sewell or Chase and everything like that. And it's like, to me, I feel like we really did upgrade our offensive line more than people think. I don't even know if we have the worst offensive line in the AFC North now. The Steelers have a whole new offensive line compared to last season, but their offensive line did look pretty decent in the preseason game against the Cowboys. But at the same time, the Cowboys, most of their starters, some of them didn't even play, and if they did, they only played like a series or two. So halftime, the Lions lead 10-7, which, is very unlikely when they play each other in Week 6. I actually saw a season prediction Instagram post made by somebody, and it had the Bengals going 2-15, and the Lions having 1 win on the season. And the Lions' 1 win on their season was against the Bengals. It was the stupidest NFL prediction post I've literally ever seen. Not exaggerating at all. It was beyond horrible. I was going to try to make a little video about it, but it was very, very bad. Bengals will start off at the 24-yard line at the opening drive of the third quarter. That showed Marcus Bailey there. Marcus Bailey left in the cart a couple of days ago, but his injury appears to be minor, nothing serious, which is good because he's had some serious injuries, especially in college. If it was for his injuries at Purdue, he would have been drafted way, way higher in the 7th round. Burrow steps back, clean pocket, finds Sample, and a little quick throw there for pickup at 10 yards. Sample, 2 receptions for 22 yards so far in this contest. Burrow hands it off to Mixon, gets about, nice truck there. That was a fantastic play. 2nd and inches. I would much rather see like a play like that for running back, just absolutely trucking somebody, than opposed to them like juking them out or something like that. Like Derrick Henry on Norman a while back. That was really, really cool. That was basically what Mixon just did there. Another end-around carry for Jamar Chase. It's the 2nd one of the game. Picks up the first down, but the holding call on CJ Uzomah will make it 2nd and 9 now after that penalty. 2nd and 9 at the Detroit 36 with 4:30 to go in the third quarter. Burrow finds Mixon on a screen and loses 3 yards from the play. It's something interesting because you look at the Bengals last season. It seemed like we might let's say we'll pass on first down, and then second down, if it's like 2nd and 7 or anything like that, it seems like last year we always ran it on like 2nd down when it was like 2nd and 7 or longer, and when 3rd down, for the most part, it's always a screen. A perfect example right there. Mixon is, fortunate to get the first down there for pick up about 15 yards. I know screens can be effective, especially on 3rd down, but when you do it so much, there's times where defenses just start to pick up on it. For instance, a couple years ago, that Jaguars game in Cincinnati where Dalton threw like 3 picks within 5 attempts or something just horrible. Calais Campbell was asked, what did you see? He's like, we knew what it was going to be on 3rd down. Like, you should only do screens so much because teams can really pick up on that quickly. Burrow finds Mixon for first down there. Burrow is 12 of 13 in the contest. Just tuning in, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I would really, really, really appreciate it. $2:30 to go here in the third quarter. The Bengals are marching down the field in Detroit territory. Mixon gets just 1 yard on the play there. Mixon has 5 rushes for slightly over 40 yards and a rushing touchdown. Burrow with a quick pass there finds Higgins for pickup of 11. Burrow is now 13 of 14 for 133 yards. Very, very efficient. Most of these passes by Burrow have, I don't know, there's been a single one 15 yards or more in the air. But, times like this, if a team cannot stop like slants or just short routes or something like that, just keep on doing it. Keep on doing it until the defense can stop it. And, Mixon gets a great rush there for pickup of 9 yards. And, kind of going back to what, people are saying about Burrow, the arm strength hasn't really been there so far in camp and all that. When you do plays like this, just short little dinky passes like this are just very difficult to stop. If you do it right, and especially, great pickup by Boyd, makes it 1st and goal at the Detroit 3. It's super hard to stop when you have one of the best wide receiver corps in the NFL like we do. And who knows if we wouldn't have Mixon go out for a pass too. That's just one more very difficult person to try to go up against. (10-7) Detroit leads against the Bengals heading into the fourth quarter. That is something I did not think I would have to say, and something I more than likely will not have to say when they play each other out in Week 6. I would be very surprised if this game is this close. First and goal at the Detroit 3-yard line. Read option there. Burrow elects for Mixon to keep it and loses 1 yard on the play. See Sam Hubbard there in the background. He recently got a 4-year extension worth $40 million. I know some people were kind of upset. That's a lot of money. That's a little bit of overpay. Honestly, I think that's exactly what his price should be. I feel like he's much better than people think he is. Hubbard is not going to get you 10 sacks a year. He's not that type of guy. He might get you 6, maybe 7, but he's not a guy who's going to get you tons of sacks. Touchdown there by Mixon gives the Bengals back the lead. But with Hubbard, it's like he's not that guy to give you sacks. You look at some of his grades on PFF. He's one of the best edge rushers stopping the run in the NFL, and he still only has 3 less sacks in his career than Carl Lawson, which is to me really mind-boggling. If you're just tuning in, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I would really, really appreciate it. I've said it a couple of times so far. Have lots of content coming out. Had an episode today. One with Jason Campbell tomorrow. One Wednesday, Bengals related. One Thursday. So there's lots of content. So with the extra point against the Bengals, a 14-10 lead. If you have any questions or anything like that, make sure to comment them. Ask them. I will try my best to answer them. Detroit likes to take out the kickoff, makes it about to the 22, 23, only the 20. Looked like he got a couple more yards than that. So Goff coming on the field, and to me, that's one of those situations where the Rams gave Goff a huge contract, not worth it at all, and it's like, any chance you have a opportunity to upgrade your quarterback, whether even if he's like a top 10 quarterback, you always sort of do it. Now, Jared Goff is nowhere near a top 10 quarterback, but if he was able to find a lot of success with the Rams, taking them to the Super Bowl, imagine what a guy like Matthew Stafford can do, who, if he was on just about any other team, he would be a potential Hall of Famer. If you add a Super Bowl ring to Matthew Stafford's resume, he's definitely a Hall of Famer, in my opinion. I think he's one of the most underrated quarterbacks we've seen in the past decade. There has been times where he has had opportunities to help Detroit win games, and there's been times he's been unable to do so. But, I still feel like Stafford is very underrated. I feel like he's going to find so much success with the Rams this season. Great play there. And our secondary makes it 3rd and 4 for Detroit. And this is a little bold prediction, and I don't think it's that bold. Matthew Stafford will lead the NFL. Well, Stafford will break the passing record, passing yards this season, in my opinion. I think it's definitely capable of breaking the passing yard record, especially, with the NFL having an extra game in the regular season now. Pass breakup there makes it 4th and 4 for Detroit. I wouldn't figure they'd go for it, but I have seen crazier things. Yeah, they're going to like to punt here. Definitely the best decision. Phillips gets a return of maybe about 6 or 7 yards there. Bengals will start out a pretty decent field position at their own 42-yard line with 4:20 left to go in the 4th quarter. It's interesting because, looking at my videos and specifically my my Bengals Madden sim videos, every single time, like if I have like a, I don't know, let's say technical difficulty, whatever you want to call it, if something messes up with my computer, it seems like it's always my Bengals sim videos, which is just kind of strange because I don't have a ton of them. And the fact that when a computer messes up, it's always these. Mixon with the carry there for 2 yards on the play. Not great, but at least we're taking some time off the clock, especially with us having the lead. Burrow has a clean pocket, finds Mixon, and not a good play there. Mixon is Burrow is 15 to 16, but plays like that are a major reason why he's just has one completion so far. Yeah, I'm all for like short passes if you're unable to stop him, but when there's situations like that, and especially when you like throw it high for a receiver, by the time they catch it, the defender's already going to be there. Drew Sample gets a nice catch there, pick up of about 10 yards or so, gets enough for a first down. Sample has 3 receptions for 30 yards. Taking a time off here, which is we got lucky on that play, but that should have never happened. You do not pass when the time's going before the 2-minute warning. And especially, Burrow scrambling there, trying to get out of the pocket. I think I would have got sacked. That would have been horrible because it knocks us out of field goal range. And I believe that would have been the first sack the Bengals would give up today. And, he was just attempting for a slide there. He very, very easily could have ended up fumbling on the play. So the 2-minute warning has happened. 2nd and 5, Cincinnati. Detroit 41, Mixon with a fantastic carry there for a pickup of 22 yards. Detroit elects to call their first timeout of the second half. Definitely Mixon's best rushing attempt of the day so far. Mixon with another really nice attempt there, a pickup of about 16 yards. So the past 2 carries for Mixon, he's had 38 yards. That's an average of 19 yards the past 2 attempts. If we score a touchdown here, it's pretty much over. They can stop us to the field goal. That'd be very interesting. Just tuning in and new to the channel, make sure to like this video and subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it. Oh, Mixon looked like he was about to get one. He gets absolutely stuffed right before he gets in the end zone. That was a really, really nice play there. Could not tell who that was there by Detroit. Second and goal at the 1. All we need is a touchdown. That'll pretty much do it. I don't understand why we are in shotgun. I just don't get that. That makes no sense. I feel like that was a little that was super fancy considering we're at the 1 yard line. That was a little too much, I don't know, flashiness, especially all we need is 1 yard, but that was very impressive. It worked out well. We get the touchdown here. I believe that's Joe Mixon's 3rd rushing touchdown of the day. Very, very impressive by Mixon. Extra point is good. Makes it 21-10 Bengals with 1:42 left to go in the 4th quarter. So, I personally believe, despite this game being, an 11-point difference currently, I still feel like this game should be bigger, bigger deficit, honestly. Lions take the kickoff and get to the 26-yard line with 1:38 to go in the fourth quarter. Lions are a team who I feel like, if they are bad enough this year and they're able to have a top 2 pick in the draft and get a quarterback of the future like a Spencer Rattler or somebody like that, or Sam Howell from North Carolina, I feel like give them a year or two after they get that quarterback, they can be pretty decent. They have a lot of draft capital, which is, it's always great to have draft capital, especially if you're a team who's rebuilding, having a new quarterback, having a new head coach come in. Really, really nice toe drag there by Perriman on the play. First began at 16 yards. I don't get why Patricia is young as one of his coaches. It's like the best play golf has had the whole freaking day, and he's yelling at his coach. Two running backs in the backfield for Detroit, and a very interesting sack on the play by, let's see, can't tell who that is. Khalid Kareem. It's a 2nd and 22. Second and 22, Goff has all day to throw. Nice reception there by Quintez Cephas. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. I just realized I don't think TJ Hawkinson has a reception in this game, which is very impressive. I could be wrong, but I don't believe he does, because the Bengals tend to struggle against tight ends and pass coverage, and in fact, they're without a doubt their best receiver on offense. I don't believe has a catch yet. It's very, very impressive. Way overthrow there by Jared Goff on 4th down, and that'll pretty much do it. Jordan Evans was shown there, and I think Jordan Evans and Joe Bashie, the free agent linebacker we signed, he was a rookie last year from Michigan State. I feel like that's going to be one of the more interesting camp battles that I don't think is being talked about at all. Joe Bashie was one of my favorite linebackers coming out of the 2020 class. He was in my top 10 linebackers of my rankings. I don't remember where I had him. I knew he was in my top 10 somewhere. But I think he has potential to maybe end up making the team. He's another young, nice linebacker. I mean, we have Logan Wilson, Akeem Davis-Gaither, Jermaine Pratt, Bashie, Wilson. Just tons of guys. Marcus Bailey. And that'll do it, for the Bengals Week 6 sim against the Detroit Lions in Detroit. So with this win here, after 6 games, the 2021 schedule, the Bengals are 5-1 on the season. Like I was saying, and on the little ticker below here, Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I would really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time on the Sports Dude Hunt Show.